Okay, so I thought I would make you a video about blocking out clouds. So that would be saving the whites rather than using white paint. So I heard you mention that. So I'm just using the backside of this paper where there's already blue. And yeah, you would just do negative space. So I'm using a lot of pigment on my, with my aquamarine blue and a little bit of water and making basic shapes of clouds. Blah, blah, blah. La, la, la. And I go a little bit lighter with the blue as I go down. It's okay if you drop the pens. That's okay. And I learned from my art teacher to always use all sides of the paintbrush, like that. And so there's my basic clouds. And then I go in with a little extra water, so it's watered down at the bottom, and start doing smaller clouds with less pigment because it's further away. And then I go in with the cerulean blue. And layer in some color there. And then a little water to lighten it. And just leaving some whites. So leaving the whites is what's going to give me my clouds there. So there's the basic stuff. And so you don't want all hard edges. And you don't want all white on your clouds. So you're going to have whites on the top because that's where the sun hits. And you want to soften some of the... Oh, there's Bethany talking to me. Okay. So you can soften them by going back in with a wet brush over the edges. And most of the bottom I want to soften. And push up. Push the color up. Because yeah, if you look at clouds in the sky, it's never these big giant cotton balls. So it's just pushing up. And I like grumpy clouds. And so I'm going to go with a little bit of color. I think I'm going to do some pink with my cerulean. It's a little bright, but I'm going to do a brown for some, for some atmosphere. So I don't mix my colors all the way. Just lightly put the water down. So there's all that. But then if you go in like down here, and you can do weird stuff like that, like flick water. I love flicking water on the page, especially over the dark color that I just laid down. So there's the whites that are blocked in, saved whites. And then, so down here, I've got all this wet paint, and I could go in with white paint and just see it move. See? Boop, boop. For these clouds in the distance. So you could do both. And there it is. I don't like these clouds over here. I think they're still a little too hard, so I'll soften those up. And this you can do like with the non-staining ink. You can do that at any point. Not staining ink, staining watercolors. And just softening a lot of like, it's a lot less white that you save than you think should be. So moving this color upwards is great. And kind of connecting it to create some separation between the clouds. And I'm going to do some lavender at the bottom of some of these clouds. And I'm just flicking color. And then the fun part is taking a big swath of green. And I like Bob Ross. I like that he says, you got to do the sound effects. And look at this juicy color coming up. Oh my goodness. So this is a sap green, and I get like a lot of color down at the base. Different spots have more color. Saving just a little bit of whites for sparkles. And then I've got this nickel azo yellow that when you lay down the color, hold on. Look at that. It just spreads. It makes this beautiful, vibrant, like emerald green. All right. So that is how you do the clouds with saving the clouds. And see, that's a little harsh. So I'm just going to add some water to the top of it. Oh, that's a little harsh. There you go. There you go. Clouds.